But Doc, you don't understand. I am a stress eater. My life is full of stress. Well, guess what? Everyone's life is full of stress. I hear this story all the time. By the way, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Dr. David Rendelstein. I am the president of ThinTech Weight Loss in New Jersey. And today I want to talk to you about overcoming stress eating. This is a big topic in today's society. I came to my own conclusions about it because there was a time in my life where I was eating a pint of Haagen-Dazs every single night, and it was about stress. And I have had conversations with thousands of people about stress eating. Anxiety is at an all-time high. Unfortunately, in today's world, a lot is coming at us, and a lot is coming at us simultaneously. And the things that we're dealing with have consequences, right? Work. We have bosses who are pushing us to produce more. We have mortgages to make, right? There is money that's owed. There are taxes to be paid. There are potential dangers all over the place. So we find ourselves overloaded and overwhelmed with stress. And when that happens, one of our favorite strategies is to eat, and we tend to eat things that are bad for us, simple carbohydrates, candy, cake, cookies, things like that, right? There are other strategies. There's a lot of things that people do to soothe themselves, and most of them are bad. They are simple solutions, right? Whether we're talking about alcohol or gambling or shopping or any of the addictions, the quote unquote addictions that people are faced with today. But food is certainly the biggest among them, right? Now, why is that? Well, again, when we're talking about stress, when we're talking about our stressors, they come with certain qualities, right? First of all, they are unpleasant. Second of all, there is a potential consequence. Third of all, there is the possibility of loss. Fourth of all, they are difficult. The fifth thing is that they tend to cause us problems, right? We want to avoid them. Now, conversely, we have on the other side a delicious distractor. Maybe that is a pint of Haagen-Dazs, as it was for me, right? Now, the pint of Haagen-Dazs is easy to get. There is no concern about failure, right? We know that we can get it into our mouths. We know that it's going to be soothing and delicious. We know that at least temporarily, it's going to lead to greater energy. We know that it solves an immediate problem, the problem of hunger, the problem of wanting to be soothed, of wanting some distraction. So it is exactly the opposite in quality as our stressor. You see, I wish I could put up the graphics, right? I don't know how to put up graphics on this thing, but if you drew a chart and had the stressor on the one side and the delicious distractor on the other, you would see all of these things, right? The stressor is difficult, the distractor is easy, the stressor has a potential for failure, the distractor doesn't. The stressor is unpleasant and the distractor is pleasant. So it's all these opposite things. So what I want you to understand is this, is that when you think about stress eating, think about a desire for an easy victory, for a sure thing. And you see, that's part of the problem. That delicious but non-nutritious food has really never failed us. And our record is perfect, right? We are 5,000 to nothing. We've won every single time we've done it. Now, I know you're thinking, well, we're not winning. We're actually poisoning ourselves, and we're going to get fat, and we're going to have the risk for disease, and we're going to feel guilty, and all of those things. And you're 100% correct. But in that moment, we are winning. In that second, it is real for us, whereas the consequences are theoretical. Right? And so we're willing to make that trade. We're willing to trade that easy victory, that sure thing. We're willing to do that right now and put off what may happen, right? What we're hoping doesn't, but what may happen in the future, and we've done that over and over again, and that's part of the problem. So that's the problem. Now, what's the solution? Well, here's the thing. I'm not going to give you a solution because my solution may not be your solution. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to ask a question and I'm going to pose a challenge for you. And the question is this: given that our stress eating is a desire for an easy win, for a sure thing, a sure victory, what can you do that would not be so dangerous and detrimental to your health to get that same experience, right? What can you come up with? What activity can you do, or if it's an activity, but what could you do where it'll be something that you know you can confront, something that's not fearful, something that doesn't have serious consequences, that's pleasurable, that you know you can do? What else would provide that same emotional experience? So I want you to think about that, and I want you to contact me with your answer. I'll be fascinated to learn what you can come up with once you have the problem really figured out in that way. All right, so again, I'm Dr. Endelstein. They call me Dr. R, and it's been a pleasure being with you today. Take care.